concerned of the very heavy climate that we have going around with COVID and the amount of cases and the loss of lives. But other than that, I am healthy. I have not had any symptoms or anything like that. I'm grateful for that, and I'm praying and for everybody who has been affected, whether it is that they've been tested positive or they've lost someone, or many people are in quarantine, all these things. So
yes,
we just need to keep everybody in our prayers. We need to be cautious, follow the protocols. This thing is very serious, and it can take a toll on our mental health.
I agree with you 100% on that, because sometimes we're looking at the stats, under the daily stats that are sent out, and we see what it's like, and we sometimes there's still a lot of folks who are taking it for granted for some reason or the other. You understand? Taking it for granted. This is serious, Grenada. This is very it has hit home. A couple of months ago we were just being just normal with it, if you could say, and we have seen that 360 turn, per se, if you could say that. Like a whole full circle has happened with it. Do you understand?
Full circle. Full circle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But by God's grace, we'll get through it.
Well, good morning, and once again, and to everybody down at the Greener Development Bank. And Chriselle, last week we had a bit of a chit-chat pertaining to some of the products and services that are offered by the GDB, and because we're going to talk about that once again this morning. Now, besides the products and services that you offer, that you mentioned last week, what are some of the other services that are offered by the GDB?
Go on.
Yeah, you talk.
All right. So last week we spoke about the relief fund for the MSMEs. So that particular, as a reminder, or for new information for some people. So for some people it will be a reminder. For some people it will be news. So the MSME Relief Fund, which we spoke about last week, it is a part of the stimulus package provided by the government of Grenada for small businesses, micro, small, medium enterprises. That's the meaning of MSMEs. So if you own a micro, small, or medium enterprise, the MSME fund can help you. So it is designed for all the MSMEs, but particularly or especially those that have been negatively affected by COVID-19, or if the business emerged as a result of it. So that is one loan facility that is available at the bank.
Okay.
We offer other business loans, so that's just actually one type of business loan.
All right.
Right? We do offer other types of business loans. So there is small business, which would be a little different from the MSME. We do have our Mind Your Business loan. The Mind Your Business loan has a different target audience also. So it is designed for employed people who are looking to start or grow their small business as a second source of income. So the Mind Your Business, it is not designed to create self-employment. It is designed to create wealth. So if you're looking to be self-employed, to become an entrepreneur, you might want to look at the Small Business Development Fund.
All right.
If you're looking to gain wealth, you might want to look at the Mind Your Business. So those are the different types of business loans available.
Let's talk before you move on. Let's take a pin there and talk about your Mind Your Business loan. Yes,
Mind Your Business.
It sort of grabbed my attention there just a little bit.
The name usually grabs.
Mind Your Business loan. All right. So let's maybe we could go in depth in it just a wee bit. And you said it's geared towards people who want to accumulate wealth. You want to accumulate wealth. So you get that loan. Oh, you give me the information. You feed me.
Okay, you seem very interested in this one.
I want to grow the wealth.
Right. So when this particular loan was designed, the idea was to, like I said, create wealth. There is a school of thought that you need multiple sources of income in order to become wealthy. And many of us, we go to work, we receive our salary, and maybe at the end of the fortnight, at the end of the month. I don't know if anybody get paid weekly or daily, but that's all that we have. And as a development bank, again, I keep saying that people are probably tired of hearing it, but this is our selling point. This is what makes us different. Whatever it is that we do, it is designed to develop the lives of Grenadians and the economy of Grenada. So with the Mind Your Business loan, we are saying we are providing you another opportunity for you to earn another source of income. So now you're not just receiving your salary, but you're earning the income. So at the end of the day, you are able to capitalize on opportunities, thereby minding your business.
Okay.
So you mind your business, which is your small business, so that you can mind your business, which is basically everything else that you need. So for example, you are able to invest. You are able to provide for your children. You are able to meet your medical needs, the medical needs of your children, your family members. You are able to secure yourself a tertiary level education. Whatever your business may be, growing that small business would allow you the opportunity financially anyway to mind your business. And that is the general idea of the mind your business.
Okay, that's interesting here, because as an individual, you as you mentioned also when you were giving me some information about this, individual get paid and they want more to do other than just get paid. You understand? And they wish, well, could I do something with that salary that I have that could be multiplied 10 times fold? You understand?
Exactly. And to mind your business, we're looking at innovation, we're looking at creativity. Let me tell you, people are creative, especially this generation. The things that we do for business, sometimes it's very simple. Some people are making cakes. Sometimes when I'm on Facebook and I'm going through the news feed and I'm seeing the type of cakes that are created, cake that looks like the KFC fries and that looks like the Heineken bottle and all these things, and I'm like, wow.
All right.
This could be a mind your business loan, because some people may not be doing that full time. Some people may be going to work from 8 to 4 like I do, or sometimes it's beyond 4. And then they do that on their free time. They do that when they go home. They spend all night icing that cake. I don't know if people ice cake still. I think there's something new called fondant. But I mean, they do that at night on their own time. And that is the kind of thing that Mind Your Business is designed to do, to get you to be in that place where your salary is not your only source of income, where you have expendable income, where you do not have to wait until month end to buy something that you want to buy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should be splurging. I do believe in delayed gratification. So if it is that you are doing that, you can probably save for that trip that you always wanted. You can probably save for that building that you wanted to purchase so that you can rent, So it can help you to be wealthy, gain wealth, and of course you have to get to the point where you can manage that wealth.
All right. So the folks will come into the GDB and they talk to you or whoever else they may need to speak to pertaining to this. And how does the process rolls in terms of this? Okay, yes. You fed me some information about it, but I'm still missing something in between here. How is it really? How do someone approach the GDB in terms of wanting to do this?
All right. So remember, one of the first things I said was that the Mind Your Business loan is created for employed people. So that's the first. You are not going to get past an officer if you are not employed. And we're speaking about gainfully employed. Yes. So, and when I say gainfully employed, let me categorize here. We're not necessarily saying that you need to be permanent or you do not need to have a contract, but we need to see stability.
Yes.
So there are people that has been employed for 5 years. They may have been on contract for that 5 years, but you can see the stability. Somebody may have worked in an organization for 7 years and they've moved on to another organization and they've only been there for 1 year. But again, you can see the stability in their job history. So these are the people that we're looking for when we're thinking about mind your business. So that's the first thing, employment. The second thing that we would consider, the second thing that you need to know is that the loan is unsecured. The maximum you can receive with the Mind Your Business loan is $30,000. So it is the maximum. You do not need to apply for $30,000, but it's just the maximum we can go because remember, it's a small business that we're building. Yeah?
Interesting.
So that is that. It's unsecured. You need to be employed. Your officer will look at your employment history and determine, okay, I can work with that. It's an unsecured loan, maximum of $30,000. We ask that you provide us with a business overview. Just give us a little understanding of what you intend to do with your business, how you intend to use the funds that's provided. Yeah. We can't get past, though, the necessary licenses and certificates, registration, permissions that you need to operate your business. They would differ based on the sector, based on the business. So as the entrepreneur, you would need to know what those are.
All right. It's interesting. I'm receiving some information from some folks here who we're trying to pass on to you shortly in terms of questions that they have about this. Because it seems like a lot of folks are hearing this for the first time for some reason or the other. I'm not sure why, but they're hearing about it for the first time. Now, let's move on. In what other services does the GDB offer to of course to the public? You understand that may, of course, grab listeners' interest this morning, besides the what we just spoke about.
So we're moving on from business now.
Yeah, let's move on from business.
And we're going to housing. So we also provide mortgage loans.
Yes.
Our mortgage loans can be used for the purchase of land, the purchase of a dwelling house, the renovation and extension of a dwelling house, and so the purchase of land, and the building of houses. Sorry,
okay.
my words was failing me for a minute.
Okay, you see,
so
let me just cut you there for a minute, because you see, a lot of folks sometimes see Grenada development in a different light. Would you see it in pertaining to other commercial banks? You understand? They may see you are different. They see the difference. So sometimes they may think, am I able to approach GDB as I may approach another commercial bank? You understand? Am I able to approach them in that way? So that's why I was just kind of concerned about the other service you offer. And by you telling us that those services are available, and I think listeners' interest may be, of course, be more interested in coming to the GDB to get these loans.
Okay, no problem. I'm sharing the information. So mortgages, the purchase of land, the purchase of a house, dwelling house, that is, please note it's a dwelling house. It is not for business purposes like rentals and things like that. You purchase that land, you can build a house with our mortgage loan. You can also renovate and refurbish houses. All of these options are available with our mortgage loans.
Okay.
So that's another one. Then we move on to education, particularly tertiary level. And we're not only speaking about college and university, we're also speaking about professional development and vocational studies and whatnot. So we provide education loans. We also provide renewable energy and energy efficiency loans. Glenn, you know that today, in today's era, we are very conscious, or we're getting very conscious about green, the environment and sustainability and things like that. So we provide loans if you would like to undertake such projects, green projects, sustainable projects for your home, for your business, you can approach us. We do that.
Exactly, I understand that. I'm thinking. So if I'm thinking about, I want to get my home, get some a particular solar system and stuff like that, or a business of mine, and I thinking, well, I want to get that renewable energy instead of using the regular energy that is available. It's the GDB is approachable for that also.
Very much so.
All right. Interesting there, folks. Don't forget, we're talking to Chriselle Benjamin Jerome, and we're talking this morning about some of the services that are offered by the GDB, and she's been giving us a run through of some of the services as we continue to enlighten you, the listeners and viewers, those of you listening via K105, and also those of you via GBN TV this morning. Chriselle, you also last week, as we were going to review last week a wee bit this morning, about the particular. I had a question here from someone, and some reason the other in talking, I think I may have lost it. My apology for that. And somehow I'm just not seeing it anymore. My apology for that. I hope the individual.
But you remember what it is, though?
Well, it came in. It was pertaining to what we were speaking about last week, and somehow I'm not sure if the individual has removed it, but I've just not seen it anymore. So let's move on. Let's move on. Last week we spoke a lot about that particular. I'm kind of lost for thought with it in terms of the particular. You mentioned it a bit earlier. Was it the
MSME Relief Fund?
Yes, you spoke on it last week, and you were saying how individuals could get that particular loan. You must have a business that is registered, right? Registered, especially if it's going to be one in the tourism sector, you have to be registered with the Greater Tourism Authority, and you must also, if you at NIS, you must also sign up with NIS if you want to be able to attract that particular loan. Could you highlight some more on that particular loan for us once again?
Okay, so this particular product, again, it's a part of the stimulus package provided by government to assist with the growth and the recovery of the economy. And it is targeted at all MSMEs, but specifically those affected by or emerging because of COVID-19. The loan will provide financing for all areas of your business. So we are speaking about working capital, including payroll and operational expenditure if you need that. We are looking at introduction of new products or diversification of your product, upgrading of your existing property. We are looking at marketing, training if you need that. If you're looking to start your business, the startup costs are covered. Green initiatives, we spoke about that earlier. That loan can take care of that. Now, if you're looking, you gave some examples earlier, Glenn, about solar and LEDs and whatnot. All of these are considered green initiatives. Mm-hmm. And initiatives to do with water will also be considered sustainable. So if you're thinking of water tanks, if you're a farmer and you are considering drip irrigation, all of these things are considered green and sustainable. COVID-19 adaptation initiative, now we must sanitize when we walk into a building. So an employer and business owner may want to institute the sanitizer sanitizing mechanism on the wall.
Yes.
And that could happen. Mm-hmm. I went somewhere, I don't remember where that was, but when I sanitized my hand, my temperature was taken with the very same machine.
Yes, that's available also. So it could also take your temperature and sanitize you at the same time. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you're looking at that could be possible. And any other thing to do with your business that the loan officer and our management team will be okay with, you just bring it to us and it can be considered.
All right.
You can receive up to 100% financing with that particular loan. The maximum amount is $300,000 at a 1% interest rate. The maximum loan term, 12 years, and you'll be provided a grace period that can be discussed with your officer again. The loan must be secured though, and our security options are across the board for all our loan products. So some examples are legal mortgages, guarantors, cash, debenture. All these things are security options.
All right.
And basically, if you're going to apply, you need to have your business plan or your project proposal. We need to understand what it is that you are doing with your business. Your financials. If you are in business already, you should be keeping your financials. So we would ask to see that. If you are doing the green initiatives, we would ask for an energy audit. So basically, there are requirements based on the angle that you're taking with your project. Yeah? And your business must be registered. I think Glenn said that in the beginning. So your business must be registered.
Yes,
you must be registered with NIS. You must be tax compliant. There is no getting around that. Right. And that's it in a nutshell. And again, it's for small businesses, especially those affected by COVID or emerging as a result of it.
Right.
And an interest rate of 1%.
All right. Well, that's I guess that a repeat of that there, and I guess listeners know are more aware of the what is necessary in terms of their being able to obtain that particular loan, and with any other loan. I mean, with loans these days, actually, we even talk about some of the loans. It's just not able to just walk in and just receive a loan just like that, as most folks may think. You understand, especially that particular one, and I think it's a good initiative that the GDB is offering that particular, because I know there are a lot of business who are going through a lot of issues now and would like the assistance. You understand, in that particular way. Am I correct by saying that? She's smiling. She's smiling.
You know, some insider information.
She's smiling. She's smiling. She's smiling. She's smiling. You know. Now, how is it for the, just to stray off a little bit? You know, we in COVID times right now. How is it for the GDB in terms of the protocol for employees and I would say also for customers? How is it for the GDB down there?
Okay, so in regards to employees, we are working from home a lot.
Okay.
Who can work from home? Like me, yours truly, I'm sitting on my kitchen table as we speak.
All right, that's good.
So
that's good. That's good.
But it just goes to show.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to show how much technology has done, huh?
Yes.
How far it has come. Because we are working from home, our loans officers are at home. So who needs to be in office? Because of course, at the end of the day, there are some things that can't be done outside of the office. For example, the tellers. Mm-hmm. You can't go to pay your loan and I mean, are you going to go to the person's house? So the people who must be in office to undertake their responsibilities are there, but who are able to work outside of the office, that is being done. So it helps us to keep the distance, because again, we must, if you have an office full of people, then everybody is just there and in people's face and whatnot. So we are doing work from home. We do have, actually, we instituted a COVID-19 policy a couple of weeks back. So there are a lot of things that's written there. We also have a no contact policy in the bank. So even if you're in office, you're expected to stay in your space as much as possible. If you need someone else, you'll call them on the phone as opposed to going to their desk. So that's some of the things that we're doing from the staff perspective. We're very cautious of if somebody has been exposed, stay home, call your supervisor, speak to your supervisor, and things like that. So that is from a staff perspective. From the customer's perspective, we are limiting customers coming into the bank as much as possible. So we are accepting walk-ins for payments only. Everything else, we ask that you reach us via telephone, Facebook, email, whatever means that you can think of. We are asking for you to make use of the no contact means, or, the virtual means. So if you're looking for information on a loan, don't, as much as possible, try to avoid walking into the bank to do that. You can find us via other means. So we can have the conversation with you via telephone, send you an email with that. You can go through your loan process at home via email with the help of your officer. And once an appointment is needed, if you need to sign a document or so forth, the officer will go ahead and make that appointment and let you know exactly what time to come in. Because by making appointments, we are also able to control the flow of traffic within the bank. We are accepting only 3 customers at any one point inside the bank. So our security officer, he is taking good care of that aspect, managing the flow. We ask that if you have any mails or checks, you go ahead and use the checkbox that is located to the right of our building. If you have something to drop off that it is too big for the checkbox, it can't fit in there, you can give it to the security officer. He is aware of the policies and procedures governing that. And that's it basically. Oh, and of course on Fridays, as long as the early Fridays continue, and that is the 5 o'clock curfew, our institution will be closed to the public at 12 noon. So our normal operating hours, Monday to Thursday, that is 8:30 to 2 p.m. On Fridays, however, it will be 8:30 to 12 noon, so that everyone is able to do what it is they need to do. And we're speaking about staff here. Our cashiers, they are able to balance the cash and do whatever it is and get home, even if they need to go to the supermarket or whatnot. And they can reach home and be in the comfort of their own home before 5 o'clock. So we want the public to take note of our Friday hours, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon.
All right.
So that basically is how we're dealing with COVID. And actually, we had a mental health session recently, because again, we spoke about that in the beginning, Glenn, about how it's taken a toll on us and whatnot. So we had a mental health session because we need to ensure that our staff is in the best health possible, not just for the operations of the bank, but for themselves. And of course, as a development bank, all of this comes under why it is we exist.
All right. Crystal, I want to thank you a whole lot for sharing all the information that you shared today, and they were certainly fruitful. I have learned a lot, and I certainly hope the listeners and viewers alike gain a lot of information from you. And so we do this next week, hopefully. And I want you to wish you all the best. Lockdown coming along this weekend. Hope you're safe. Hope it hasn't been affecting you that much.
No. I'm okay with the lockdown. There are lots to do.
Yes.
There's a lot to do. So I'm using the time to catch up on the things that I should have done before. That now I have all the time in the world to do it. Because early nights and no movement weekends. Of course. I'm doing a lot.
All right.
So again, if you would like to reach Grenada Development Bank, you can do so. Our telephone number is 440-2382. That's our office number. Our cell phone number and WhatsApp, 405-3242. We can be reached via Facebook, also Grenada Development Bank, and Instagram. It's the same thing, Grenada Development Bank. Our website is also Grenada Development Bank.
All right, Crystal, once again, thanks a whole lot. Have yourself a great day, what's left of it. You're probably thinking about going to prepare lunch or something of the sort, you know?
Yes. You're spot on. It's 11:30.
It's 11:30, so lunchtime. Have yourself a great day, hey, folks. So this was Crystal. We want to thank you once again. All the best for the rest of the day. And I want to thank those of you who are listening via K105 or those who are listening via GBN TV. Thank you so much once again. And it's the Mid-Morning Buzz with yours truly, GT, folks. We're going for a short break, folks, and when on return, we're certainly going to have lots of music for you. Stay locked on. Don't forget the midday news comes up at 12 noon. Stay